we doing, folks? And welcome back. We're out in the wilds today. So I've had a tip off. Mate of mine's given me a tip off that there's some short-eared owls knocking about, which is fantastic because I've never photographed them properly, only up in Mull, and I didn't get the best shots in the world, to be honest. So I'm hoping this is going to be a decent opportunity. Now, whether we see any or not, I don't know. Today isn't a fantastic day. The light's a bit poor, it's windy, but it's dry. So the better forecast is for this Thursday coming up. So that's the day I'm going to come and hopefully get, it's a scouting mission, this. And to be honest, if you can do that, if you go into a new location, you're better off, if you can, if you've got the opportunity, is getting here a couple of days beforehand, just scout it out, have a look at your possible location. I mean, the thing is with this place, I'll spin it round, I'll let you have a look at it. They could be absolutely anywhere. It's a big old space. Is this? We're up on the moors, not a place I've ever been before, so a completely new environment for me. So we're coming in blind, big time. So this is the beauty of being able to come a couple of days earlier, just have a look, see if I can actually find the birds first. I've been given a few locations, so this is the first one now. Not seen anything yet, just seen a nice red kite, pretty close, being mobbed by a raven, which would have been cool to get some shots of that. But my focus is on these shorties. So today I've literally just grabbed the bag. I've got me 180 to 600 in. You might think, why have I brought that if the light's not so good? Well, really, it's just a case of working out focal lengths. If I can find a nice perch where the owls are, and I can have a look at whether there's any cover within reach of maybe using the 500, which will be preferable because of the light. So it's really a scouting mission today. I'm just on an opportunist trip. You never know. I'm gonna get the camera out in a minute, have a bit of a wander around. You just don't know what's going to come up, do you? You might come round a corner, there might be an owl sat on a post, bang, you've got your shot. So always be prepared. Don't walk around with the camera in the bag. It's pointless having it. So a bit of a mooch. We're going to come back on Thursday and hopefully get you some pictures and some videos. Hopefully. We've not brought a tripod today, I've just brought the bean bag. Like I said, it's a bit of an opportunist trip, but it's just evidence gathering and information gathering, and really finding the owls first, because if there's no owls, we ain't getting any shots of them, are we? So let's have a wander. We've probably 3 hours of light left. Have a mooch around and see if we can find them. Bloody fighter jet, frightened me to death then. Right, we're going to get some gloves on. First job. Just giving this new bag a try at the moment. And I must admit, there's a lot of room in it. The old Mindshift 45 litre. I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest. I say I've had the other one for a few years, that 36 litre backlight, and it's been a belter. Not let me down once. So I'm hoping this is going to be an improvement on it. Fresh that wind today. Be a bit daunting when you come to a new location like this, you know, looking for birds. It's such a big area, it's massive. So with short-eared owls, the way I tend to do it, I always head for the fence post, because they do love a fence post to sit on. And like the likes of this thing behind me, this big strainer post, oh, it'd be fantastic to get one on one of them. But what I try and do is get on a fence line. So that's the fence line. I can sight it all the way down. It's probably 400 or 500 yards, that one. And it's just dead easy to look down that line of fence posts with the binoculars and see if there's anything, you know, perched on one of them, and you can kind of work it out from there. And again, you know, looking back along here, that's the same. Fence line goes for a few hundred yards, so dead easy to see. And it's just a case of, it's a war of attrition really, just getting your boots on and having a good yomp and seeing if out crops up. We'll carry on, nothing yet. Another bit of a tip for you, as well as getting yourself on them fence lines, once you're checking the fence lines as well, any really nice posts, check for pellets. You know, if it's a place that they regularly perch on or hunt from, there's a good chance there might be some pellets there. But one of the better things you can do is get up, get some altitude. So you might be able to tell I'm a bit out of puff coming up here, but I've got a fantastic view up here. And I'm going to get my mat out, I'm going to perch myself down, and I'm going to have an hour here. I'm just going to, I've actually, the 3 sites that I've been given, I've got eyes on of all of them, and probably more as well. So if there's anything flying about, I'm going to see it. Fingers crossed. I'll be making a load of these in New Year, so anyone that's after one, drop me a message. I've not had time to get them done for Christmas, so I'm sure you can wait for them. Right. Oh, it reminds me a lot of being back up in Lancashire, this does, up on the moors, around Bleasdale and Chipping and the West Pennines, around Belmont. Fantastic habitat, perfect for the shorties. We've had another move. We're on our last location. Now they're all pretty close, to be honest. They're all within half a mile of each other, but this is the one. You know, when you get a feeling sometimes, don't you? You just get a feeling that this is the spot that's going to deliver the goods. So I've moved onto a little hillside, so I'm not exposed. I'm right on the edge of this grass land, if you will. I'll spin you around and you can have a look. There we go. Perfect short-eared owl territory. That dead grass. And there's some cracking posts as well. There's a whole series of fence posts knocking about, some right in the middle, so I'm not seen out yet, but it don't matter. It's time spent outside, isn't it? There's no wasted time. As much time as you can spend out in the field, it's all going up here. It's all going in the grey matter. It's all information gathering, and just nice to be out, isn't it? It's a better day than I expected, to be honest, so be a better day if we got some pictures, but I'm not right fussed about that, to be honest. It's all good for Thursday. Thursday's the day. I'm going to get myself bedded down here on this edge and bring some of that. I've got a ghillie blanket. It's like a dry grass, so it'll blend in perfectly with this, and the ghillie covers for the camera and what have you, and the tripod legs. So we'll see if Thursday brings anything, and if we don't, we don't. I'll bring you some footage of nothing. But no, I'm pretty hopeful. You never know. We've seen a couple of buzzards and a kite. So if we got some pictures of them, it'd be all right, wouldn't it? But the target species is the shorties. Fingers crossed. How are we doing, folks? So, as you'll gather from the if you watched the last film that I put out, you'll know that I came on that Tuesday and scouted this location out. Came back on the Thursday. I didn't see any owls. I came back on the Thursday and it was sideways snow, sleet. It was horrendous. So anyway, I'm back today, Boxing Day, and the light is unreal. Absolutely, what a day. It's unbelievable. So a mate of mine give me a shout this morning. Shorties are around. So big shout out. Cheers, Nye. And I had to come down here completely unprepared. I just wazzed everything in my bag as quick as I could. So I've not really got the right camo. I've no scrim. I just chucked everything in, along with a turkey butty and a mince pie and a brew, and we're here. And they're about, I've seen, well, unreal. As I was walking in, 2 male hen harriers, which was just, that's a massive bonus in itself, isn't it? I'd have been happy just to have seen them. Anyway, the shorties are around and I've had some cracking footage. I'm just waiting in this little hollow. I'm not in an ideal spot, to be honest, because I'm kind of against the fence line. I like to have something behind me, but this position is absolutely unreal. I'm in like a little bit of a dell, and the sun at the moment, the light is just to die for. So I'm filming it on my phone. I didn't even bring a vlogging camera out, so I don't know how this is going to end up, to be honest. But if I get any decent footage, I'll put it on. But I just had to get out here. I know it's not the normal way to spend a Boxing Day, but you couldn't wish for better light, to be honest. And then when these opportunities come up, you've got to grab them. You really do. But I've seen all sorts. I've seen kestrel, buzzard, kite, sparrowhawk just landed up on that post up there. You can see on this fence line. I said about, you know, in the intro to the film about being on a fence line, and a sparrowhawk come along, a male sparrowhawk, beautiful bird, landed right on the same post that a shorty was on when I walked in, and the short-eared owl come in, mobbed it, and chased it off. I'll put a picture up now actually. So there's raptors all over the place. It's superb. So let's just wait here till the light drops. I've probably got, what are we on now? It's 3 o'clock, so I've got an hour realistically before that sun drops down. I just hope that they come flying down here, because I get some amazing pictures. I've got the 500 on. I was going to bring the 180 to 600. I wasn't sure what the light was going to do really, so I just erred on the side of caution, put the 500 in, you know, the f4, just to give me that extra bit of light gathering capability. Well, let's see what we can get, eh? Well, we're going to call it what a day, what a Boxing Day to remember. That has been absolutely superb, and it's all been a bit rushed, to be honest. Like I said, I've not brought a vlogging camera, it's done on my phone. I've not brought a tripod for the phone, so I've no fancy b-roll on this one, I'm afraid. It's what this is what it is. I've literally just grabbed my gear and out in the field, and it has been so worth it. That has been a Boxing Day to remember. Brilliant. What a bird. These short-eared owls are just stunning. Mind, what else have we? Sparrowhawk, buzzard, red kite. Just not seen any barn owls. I thought I might have seen a barn owl today, but hey, I can't wish for any more, to be quite honest. That has been absolutely stunning, and I've still got a bit of light left. I mean, look at that. a beautiful golden glow on the grass, but it's dropping now, and I'm not gonna get much more, to be honest. So as I said, no fancy B-roll on this one. I could have come for 3 or 4 days, got a lot of footage, and then, you know, made it out that I got it all on that day, but that's not how it works. This has just been a show it as it is kind of film, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I mean, I've got some decent pictures. There's one particular shot that I was after, and it's a picture of the shorty diving and showing the back of its feathers. I've got a couple where I can see that the colours on the back of the feathers is on the actual back of the bird, if you will. So I'm looking at the top of the wings. It's amazing. It just gives me an excuse to come back, doesn't it? So from an absolutely stunning Boxing Day up on the moors, thanks very much for watching. Those that have bought me a coffee again, thanks very much, much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, I can look through the analytics, and I can see there's loads of people that watch the films and they don't subscribe, and it doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is press that subscribe button, and you'll get a notification if you press the bell icon every time I put a new film out. Like I said, trying to get one out every week, you know, and you'll get a notification then, so you won't miss anything. So I'd really appreciate it if you just press the subscribe button. It helps the channel massively. So that's it from the moors, from the Welsh moors and the short-eared owls. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week. All the best, and have a great new year, by the way. Everyone have a good new year. Catch you later. See you now.